morning students, welcome to video lectures on chemistry. So in the last class we completed Bragg's equation. So from this equation, so that is n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. So this is the equation. So where n is order of reflection, lambda is wavelength of X-rays and d is distance between the adjacent planes present in a crystal, and theta is nothing but angle of reflection. So by knowing the value of theta and also lambda, we determine d. So that is distance between the planes present in a crystal. So after this one, again we classified defects in crystals. So defects are nothing but deviation in the crystal structure. If it is a crystal, all the atoms are present in regular manner. So what is solid or what is a crystal? So in a crystal, all the atoms are always present in a regular manner. So that is a cation followed by anion, again followed by cation. So random or regular arrangement of atoms takes place in the presence of a crystal. If there is a deviation in the any anionic position or cationic position, then that deviation is nothing but a defect in crystal. So if all are arranged in a regular manner, then it is nothing but a perfect crystal, a perfect or a noble crystal. But no crystal in nature is ideal or perfect. So it means every crystal having certain deviations, and these deviations are nothing but defects. So finally defects are classified into two types basing on the compound. So compounds are two types. First one is stoichiometric compounds. Stoichiometric compound. And the second one is non-stoichiometric compounds. So here the defects, that is the deviation in the crystal structure, is observed in both stoichiometric compounds as well as non-stoichiometric compounds. So first of all, what are stoichiometric and what are non-stoichiometric? So first one, stoichiometric compounds. Stoichiometric compounds. If suppose NaCl, sodium chloride, AgCl, silver chloride. So here there is 1 mole of Na plus and also 1 Cl minus, Ag plus and Cl minus. Therefore here the ratio of positively charged and negatively charged ions is given by 1:1. Because here 1 mole of Na plus and 1 mole of Cl minus is there. Similarly in the second example also here positively charged ion is 1 as well as negatively charged ion is also 1. Therefore the number of positive and negative charges present in this crystal is equal to 1:1, and it is also equal to the number of moles of sodium. So NaCl is always prepared by using 1 mole of sodium reacted with 1 mole of Cl. So it gives NaCl. So what does this mean? So here chemical formula represented 1:1 ratio anion and cation, and also number of moles of Na and Cl is also equal to 1:1. So both ratios are equal. Then that compound is known as stoichiometric compound. So the definition for stoichiometric compound is a compound contains the number of positive and negative ions is equal to ratio of ratio of ions represented by its chemical formula, represented by its chemical formula. So here chemical formula contains 1:1 ratio, and also number of moles or number of moles of ions are all equal to 1:1. Therefore both are equal. That is why all these are nothing but stoichiometric compounds. So now what are the defects present in stoichiometric compounds? So there are two types of defects observed in the case of stoichiometric compounds. So these are, first one, Schottky defect. Schottky defect. So this is the defect observed in the case of stoichiometric compounds. So now what is Schottky defect? This type of defect arises due to vacancy at cationic site. Vacancy at cationic site followed by vacancy at anionic site to maintain electrical neutrality. To maintain electrical neutrality. So this is known as Schottky defect. Therefore, if in a crystal there is a vacancy at cation position, so similarly to maintain the charge balance, again there is a vacancy at anion position, then that type of defect is nothing but a stoichiometric defect. So this type of defect arises due to vacancy at cationic site followed by vacancy at anionic site to maintain the charge balance or simply electrical neutrality. So look at the crystal structure for Schottky defect. So this is the crystal. So these are the atoms arranged in a regular manner. So look at this. So this is a cation, that is positively charged ion. So that is either A plus. This is cation and followed by anion. Again cation, anion. So in this crystal structure, all the atoms are regularly arranged in a manner. So positive followed by negative, followed by positive, followed by negative. So this type of crystal is nothing but a perfect crystal. This is a perfect crystal, that is noble crystal. So there is no deviation in the crystal structure. So there is no deviation in cationic site and also there is no deviation in anionic site. All the cations followed by all the anions arranged in a regular order. Therefore this is a perfect crystal. But no crystal in nature is perfect. It means definitely there is a deviation in the position of either cation or anion. So that deviation is nothing but a defect. Now Schottky defect. So Schottky defect is due to, so there is a vacancy at cationic site and hence it is followed by vacancy at anionic site to maintain the charge balance. So it is simply represented as, so vacancy at anionic site. So erase any vacancy, right? So there is a vacancy at anionic site. So this is positive charge. So there is a vacancy at cation. So this is cation, where plus represents cation and minus represent anion. So here if there is a vacancy at cationic site, so there is a less number of positive charge. So hence it is replaced by again right. So look at this. So this structure contains there is one position vacancy at cation as well as one position vacancy at anion. So this is vacancy at cationic site followed by vacancy at anionic site to maintain the charge balance. Now charge is balanced because one negative charge as well as one positive charge is removed from this crystal. So this type of defect is known as Schottky defect. This is nothing but Schottky defect. So in this defect, so there is a vacancy at a cationic site followed by vacancy at anionic site. So to maintain charge balance. So here the position of cation missing, here also anion position is also missing. Therefore this defect is nothing but Schottky defect. So this is observed in the case of stoichiometric compounds like NaCl, CaCl2, AgCl, etc. So NaCl crystal having Na plus ion followed by Cl minus ion, but in that crystal definitely there is a vacancy at both Na plus position as well as Cl minus position. So that is why NaCl undergoes a Schottky type defect in which position of cation followed by position of anion, so both are missing. So that type of crystal defect is nothing but Schottky defect. Now what are the characteristics of Schottky defect? Characteristic properties. Characteristics of Schottky defect. So first one is Schottky defect is arises in the compounds, ionic compounds having high coordination number, having high coordination number, Cn. Cn means high coordination number. So here this type of defect is arises in the case of ionic compound. So what is ionic compound? So NaCl. So in the case of NaCl, so Cl is more electronegative element, therefore it is always converted into Na plus as well as Cl minus. So electron density is attracted towards chlorine. So sodium becomes Na plus and Cl becomes Na minus. So here there exists a ionic bond between Na and Cl, that is due to transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. So here electrons are transferred from sodium to chlorine. That is why that bond is nothing but ionic bond. So NaCl contain ionic bond, that is why it is a ionic compound. So Schottky defect is arises in the case of a ionic compound and also having high coordination number. So what is coordination number? So coordination number is nothing but number of adjacent atoms, in a crystal. If suppose the number of adjacent Cl minus ions present in Na plus ion, that is nothing but coordination number of cation, that is sodium. Similarly, the number of how many number of Cl minus ions are present for Na plus, that is nothing but coordination number of cation. So coordination number is simply nothing but number of adjacent ions present in a crystal for a given ion, that is nothing but coordination number. So that is number of Cl minus ions surrounded by sodium, and similarly number of sodium ions surrounded by chlorine, that is the coordination number for chlorine as well as sodium. So if a compound contain high coordination number, that is high number of surrounding atoms, in the case of ionic compounds, then that compound undergoes Schottky defect. So example NaCl, AgCl, like that. So in all these cases, all these are ionic compounds as well as having high coordination number. That is why these crystals undergo Schottky defect. So this is the first characteristic property of Schottky. Next, the second one. So second one is Schottky defect is arises when there is a small difference between cation and anion size, size or radius. So it means both are having equal ratio, size ratio or radius ratio, then easily replaces one cation followed by anion if both are having same radius. If suppose sodium chloride, so in the case of sodium chloride, so this is having nearly 0.43 angstrom radius, and also chlorine also having 0.40 angstrom. So here both are having same radius, then replacement of or removal of Na plus followed by removal of Cl minus is easily takes place due to because of same size. Hence Schottky defect is arises in the case of crystals in which the size ratio or the ratio between sizes or radius is similar. So that means there is a very small difference between the size or radius ratio, then it undergoes Schottky defect. So this is the second character. And now third one. So third one is due to Schottky defect, density of the crystal decreases. Density of the crystal is decreases. Why it is decreases? Because if a crystal undergoes Schottky defect, it means there is a vacancy at cation as well as anion. So missing of cation and anion from the crystal structure, hence its molecular weight decreases. That is why its density is also decreases. So density is equal to mass by volume. So molecular mass by volume. So here due to Schottky defect, so there is a missing or vacancy of cation as well as anion. So both are missing, hence its molecular weight is decreases than expecting. Therefore density of the crystal is also decreases. So these are the three characteristic properties of Schottky defect. So first one is Schottky defect is arises in the ionic compounds having high coordination number. Examples: NaCl, AgCl, and also CaCl2. Calcium chloride is also example for Schottky defect. Calcium chloride is also involves Schottky defect. So that is the first one. And the second point is, so due to Schottky defect, the density of the metal is decreases. And the second one is Schottky defect is arises in the crystals having similar size ratio, that is cation size as well as anionic size. So if both are equal, then it undergoes Schottky type of defect. And now second one, second defect in the case of stoichiometric compounds. So that is Frankel defect. This is Frankel defect. So Frankel defect is nothing but vacancy at cation position, and this cation is present between the layers. So between the layers is nothing but interstitial position. So between the layers is nothing but interstitial position. So it means in this defect there is a vacancy at cationic side, but that cation is present between the two layers present in the crystal. Then that type of defect is known as Frankel defect. Again look at the crystal structure. So this is a crystal right. So this is a crystal. Now again cation, anion followed by anion, cation. So this is perfect crystal, all cations followed by all anions arrangement. Now, so according to Frankel defect, if a crystal undergoes Frankel defect, that is due to there is a vacancy at cationic side, so there is a missing of cation. but this cation is present at interstitial position. So this is the position between the layers. This position is nothing but interstitial position. So here there is a vacancy at cationic site, but that cation is present between the layers. Then this type of defect is nothing but Frankel defect. So this is Frankel defect. So here there is no missing of cations, because here the missing cation is present between the layers. So all cations followed by all anions. So there is a charge balance. So there is no change in number of cations as well as number of anions. One cationic position vacant, but this cation is present at the interstitial position. Then this type of defect is nothing but a Frankel defect. Now characteristics. So what are the characteristics of Frankel defect? First one is, so Frankel defect arises in the case of ionic compounds having low coordination number. So this is only difference, low coordination number. If it is high coordination number, then there is a Schottky defect. If it is a ionic compound as well as containing low coordination number, then that crystal undergoes Frankel defect. So this is the first point. And now second one. So second one is, Frankel defect undergoes a crystal having different size ratio of cation and anion. If suppose example AgBr, silver bromide. So silver bromide is ionic compound, Ag plus and Br minus. So it is a ionic compound, but its coordination number is less compared to AgCl. That is why AgCl undergoes Schottky defect, whereas AgBr undergoes Frankel defect. And also here AgBr, so from top to bottom, so there is a size increases. So fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So from top to bottom size increases. So bromine having large size compared to chlorine. So therefore here there is a large size difference between silver and bromine. The radius of silver is less, whereas for bromine it is more compared to chlorine. Therefore there is a different size ratio of cation and anion present in AgBr. So then it undergoes Frankel defect. So this is the second characteristic of a Frankel defect. Now third one. So third one is, no change in density. No change in density. If a crystal undergoes Frankel defect, even though the density of the crystal remains constant. Why? Because here there is no loss of cation, there is no loss of anion. Only there is a vacancy at cation, but that cation is present within the crystal. So this is also within the crystal. So molecular weight of the crystal remains constant. Then the density is also remains constant. So that means there is no change in density of the crystal when it undergoes Frankel defect. So that is the third characteristic property of a Frankel defect. And fourth one is, so one more extra point for Frankel defect, that is, due to Frankel defect there is an increase in dielectric constant of the crystal. Dielectric constant of the crystal. So what is dielectric constant? So di means 2, electric, so that is 2 charges. So 2 polar charges. So here look at this diagram again. So actually this cation is present at this position, but due to deviation this position is shifted towards interstitial position. Now there is a attractions or repulsions between this positively charged ion with oppositely charged ions or surrounding ions. So there is a forces of attractions between the ions takes place. So due to attractions between two ions, that crystal having high dielectric constant. So that is the physical property of crystal. So density, surface tension, viscosity, all these are physical properties. So these are depends on position of the atoms. So here cation is present at interstitial position. So due to this, there is a attractions between positive and negative, and also there is a repulsions between positive and positive. So due to these attractions or repulsions, the dielectric constant of the crystal is increases. So due to increase in forces of attractions as well as repulsions. So the fourth point represents, so due to Frankel defect, there is a increase in dielectric constant of the crystal. So all these are characteristic properties of a Frankel defect. First one is Frankel defect undergoes a crystals of ionic compounds with low coordination number. So crystals should be ionic as well as containing low coordination number. Second one is, so there is a large size difference between anion and cation, then only it undergoes Frankel defect. And the third one is, so due to Frankel defect, there is no change in molecular weight and hence there is no change in density of the crystal. It means density of the crystal remains constant. And last point is, due to Frankel defect, the dielectric constant of the medium or dielectric constant of the crystal is increases. So these are the two types of defects which are arises in the case of stoichiometric compounds. Now defects in non-stoichiometric compounds. So that is second one, non-stoichiometric compound. So what are non-stoichiometric compounds? So these are opposite to stoichiometric. It means the number of positive and negative ions are not equal in the ratio represented by its chemical formula. Then that compound is nothing but a non-stoichiometric compound. So this is the definition for a non-stoichiometric compound. So what is the definition? In a compound, if the number of positive and negative ions are not equal in the ratio represented by its chemical formula, if suppose iron oxide FeO, so in the case of FeO, so one iron and one oxygen, so its chemical formula represents 1:1 ratio positive and negatively charged ions. So one iron as well as one oxygen. It is the representation by chemical formula, 1:1 ratio chemical formula. Whereas iron oxide is prepared from 0.9 moles of iron with 1 mole of oxygen. So here the chemical formula represented positive and negative ions are 1:1, whereas its composition is 0.94:1. So what does it mean? So there is a difference between the ratio represented by chemical formula and also number of positive and negative ions present in the composition of compound. So iron oxide contains 0.94 moles of iron and 1 mole of oxygen, whereas its chemical formula represents 1:1. So both are different. That is why this is known as a non-stoichiometric compound. It is a non-stoichiometric compound. So the different examples for non-stoichiometric compounds are iron oxide, iron sulfide, nickel oxide, titanium oxide, etc. So all these are having a different chemical composition, but all are having 1:1 chemical representation. So this is 1:1, 1:1, 1:1, all are 1:1 ratio. from chemical formula, but their chemical composition is different, that is not equal to 1:1. So that type of compounds are nothing but a non-stoichiometric compound. Now what are the defects present in that non-stoichiometric compounds? So again there are two types of defects which are observed in the case of non-stoichiometric compounds. These are, first one is metal excess defect. Metal excess defect, and the second one is metal deficiency defect. So metal excess as well as metal deficiency defect. Again metal excess defect is due to, first one, excess of cations, and also due to vacancy at anion. Vacancy at anion. So these are the two possibilities for a metal excess defect. So metal excess, it means excess of cations, or it means vacancy at cationic positions. So that is due to metal excess. And then second one is metal deficiency. So metal deficiency is again due to two conditions. So first one is due to excess of anions, or second one is due to vacancy at cation. So anyway there are four possibilities for non-stoichiometric compounds, either metal excess or metal deficiency. If it is metal excess, then there are again two possibilities, that is maybe excess of cations present in the crystal, or maybe less number of anions present in the crystal. So that is vacancy at anionic position. Similarly, if it is a metal deficiency crystal, that means there is a excess of anions or simply vacancy at cations. So that is less number of cations. Now what are the defects present in these crystals, non-stoichiometric crystals? So first one is a defect that is due to excess of cation. So that is excess of cation. Defect that is due to excess of cations. So what does this mean? So in the perfect crystal, if there is a excess of cations present in the crystal, then that crystal undergoes excess of cationic defect. So look at the diagram. So this is a perfect crystal. Right. So all are positive, negative, positive, negative. So this is a perfect crystal. Now under the heading of excess of cations, so it means there is a presence of extra cation at the interstitial position, and this positively charged cation is balanced by presence of excess of electrons. So to maintain charge balance, so one extra positive and hence one extra negative electron. So charge is balanced, but in this crystal there is a presence of excess of cation. So ideal crystal or perfect crystal is deviated in their position because of presence of extra cation at the interstitial position. So this type of defect is known as excess of cationic site. So the defect that is due to excess of cation. And the second one is vacancy at anion. Vacancy at anion. So what is the vacancy at anion? If suppose a crystal having less number of anions than expected number of cations. So again consider this crystal with ideal condition, right? So this is the crystal, ideal crystal. Now if suppose vacancy at anion, so what does this mean? So there is a vacancy at anion position, so remove any one anion, but charge is not equal because one negatively charged ion is missing. That is why one of the cation donates electron, then it becomes +2 and it is an electron. So here in the case of vacancy at a cationic site defect, there is a vacancy at anion position, but that anion is replaced by presence of one electron that is donated by adjacent cation. Though here anion replaced by an electron, this is known as F center. What is this? If anion position is replaced by an electron, then it is known as F center. So what is F center? If suppose in a crystal there is a less number of anions, but to maintain the charge balance, that anion position is filled by an electron, then it is nothing but F center. So due to F center, a crystal having color. So this is the reason for color of a crystal. If a crystal having color, then it means that crystal undergoes a vacancy at anionic site defect. That means in that crystal the position of anion is replaced by a electron. So this is the electron present at the anionic position. So this electron takes place from adjacent cation, therefore this here +1 becomes +2. If it is A initially, then it is converted into A +2 by removing one electron. So that electron replaces the anionic position. So then this is nothing but F center. So due to F center only the crystal exhibit color. So the color of a crystal is only due to presence of electron at the anionic position, that is due to F center. So this is about metal excess defect. So there are two conditions in metal excess. First one is excess of cations and the second one is vacancy at anion. So time is up, stop here today and I shall continue second one, that is metal deficiency defect. So there are also again two conditions. So one is vacancy at cation and the second one is excess of anions. So stop here today, I shall continue this class on afternoon session. Thank you.